Alright, so here's that 27 Fasdeck we were talking about. It's got the RX Premier Classic gel coat, so it's the white side, and then it has the black hull bottom, and that's obviously on our custom Eagle trailer. You guys were saying, you know, wondering if it was blue or black, but hopefully this video will help you guys see that it's black. The color scheme's good. I mean, I like it just because it'll never go out of style. Some of these crazy colors they're using might go out of style, but definitely not the black and red that you guys are thinking of. So this is what I was talking about with the soft step. Instead of doing the Flexi Teak, the Regal name is in this. This is soft. It's nice on your feet. There's not going to be any maintenance on it whatsoever. Where that Flexi Teak sometimes fades and stuff like that. So again, the 27 Fasdeck, there's right here's the table mount that can go right here on the swim platform. So if you're hanging out, all Regals have those two brake lights which are on either side of that table mount, so when you're trailering the boat, it uses the brakes and the blinkers, so it's at eye level for the person behind you. Going up the ladder here to the Ultra Lounge, which is huge. It's a double Ultra Lounge. What you can do, I'm gonna have Sadie's come up here and show you how this Ultra Lounge works. But you've got this position obviously here, so when you're in the cockpit, it's facing forward. Then it goes into the backrest mode, and then it goes into the pillow top mode, and then you go all the way flat to make the biggest sun pad you've ever seen in your life. Another cool feature of this Ultra Lounge is then if that's flat, you can lift this back portion up and then sit facing forward. See if I can get you a good angle on that. You can sit facing forward in the boat, which is really cool. And then again with the seating, here it is with the bench seat here. Those cushions down there on the floor are the bow filler cushions that you guys wanted. And then again coming around, it is the arena seating, not the bucket seat. So I don't know if we can get past that or not. We have there's another table mount right down there, so you can have a table in the cockpit. You can also see up in the front, there's another table mount to have one in the bow if you want. You do gain quite a bit of storage having the arena seating. You have the cooler here, trash can there. Then on this side is more storage. It's just a seat behind the driver's side, more storage under there. Everything's hands-free, everything's on a shock. At the helm, we've got obviously the helm seat here with the bolster seat that flips up so you can sit up higher, so you can see over the windshield. Then the Regal View, the 7-inch screen that we were talking about, right in the middle. You have your two analog gauges on the side, which is miles per hour and your RPMs, but you will also have all that stuff in the Regal View. As you can see on the Regal View, you control your music right here. This is if you were to add a camera to the tower for videotaping water sports. This isn't a very good option. We haven't done that. Mainly been telling people just to get a GoPro because that works the best. This is your check engine system. If there is something wrong with it, you can actually hit this button, and what it'll do is it'll give you a code if there's a problem, and then you can call us and you can tell us what the code is. We could either walk you through it or you might have to bring it in. This button here does the settings for the Regal View, so you can switch the original picture on there, or you know, do however you want the screen set up. Actually, this button here would be your GPS. This here would be as if you had cruise control on this one, which this one does not have, but you can add it onto this. You'll see that on the order form where it just says Regal View, or it has Regal view with cruise control, which if you're doing a lot of water sports, that's a good option to have to keep the same speed, but other than that, really doesn't do much for you. This engine button here, what that does is it'll just show you your what it'll have, and I apologize, the battery switch isn't on, but big right here in the middle will be your GPS with your speed, and in all four corners you'll have your you'll have 4 gauges, which will be your volt gauge, your fuel gauge, your temperature gauge, and also your trim gauge. And then in the tack here, it'll be on your Regal view too, but that digital screen right there will show your hour meter. You have your trim gauge here, the analog style, miles per hour right here, and then your depth gauge here. We kind of went through the Fusion stereo when you guys were here. This one, I mean, the Fusion deck is the same. This one has the JL audio speakers in it. Actually, now that I think about it, we were in this boat when we were checking out the stereo system, I believe. But this model here has the bow walk-through doors. So on a cooler evening, what you can do is you can close this here and then close your windshield, and then what you'll have is you won't get any air through here on a cooler day to keep the cockpit a little bit warmer. In the bow, I mean, this is where the Fasdeck's different than like the 2300 or the 2500, where they put the different deck on it to make this more squared and just give you more room up front. You have the armrests on each side here. That one's down, that one's up, and what you do gain is quite a bit of storage. So underneath the backrest in the bow, there's huge storage under here. See, there's a flare kit in there, but this is huge. Here's all the back of the subwoofer and your fuse panel and your amp. But that is a big huge storage area. Also underneath the seats, here, there's part of your bow filler cushion again. Under the other side, you don't get the storage in the backrest on the port side due to the head being there. But you still do get the storage area under the seat. This model, the Fasdecks all have a forward boarding ladder. So if you were to beach this opens up here. It's where your anchor goes. It's right in there. And then this ladder just flips down, and then you can board from the front. And it's a telescoping ladder as well. With the head. So what I was talking about in the head, this is where you get into the head, and obviously this is taken apart. Let me put this on here. So what happens here is, here's your chemical head. This here opens up, and there's the bowl. So when you're going to the restroom, this here, there's going to be water in this tank. You're going to put water in the tank. This here just pumps. You pump it a couple times, it puts water into the bowl, and then you can do your thing. And then when you're done, there's a lever right here that you pull out, and then everything drops down, and then you just pump this to rinse it, and then you're done. And then it goes down into the holding tank, which I'll take this back off. This is where you fill the water right here to put in the tank that just stays in there. And I'll take this back off. Whoops. So underneath here, this is the holding tank. So this is where it goes. You can see it's plumbed, it's not hooked up yet, but right there are the hose fittings that go down into the boat, where it can be emptied out out on the side of the boat, like when I was saying, when you go to a marina and get gas and just have them pump it out. But it's unhooked right now, so all you'd have to do is just pick this up, take it to a toilet and then dump it out. So some people just leave that unhooked, or if they're not at a marina all the time, so they do it that way or that. Then in the 27 Fasdeck in the head, you can see how big it is in here. So you got the sink in here, and then I mean tons of legroom. This is actually the teak table that goes in the cockpit. But here's the floor down here of the drain in the bottom of the floor, toilet paper holder right there. And then I'll grab this table out so you guys can see. Sorry about the video, guys, but this goes in this mount. I'm going to set this down for a second. It goes in the mount right there on the floor. The leg does like that, and then the table sits out in front so you can sit behind the table, have lunch or whatever. But down there, just looking, there's that subwoofer down there. You also have the radio controls back there if you're hanging out on the Ultra Lounger. And then the power tower on this model as well, which just goes down. You can see where it's hinged right here, and then it just folds down just by a touch of a button. But basically, yeah, that's the 27 Fasdeck. Pretty nice big boat. I know maybe you guys don't like that arena seating, but let me know if I can do any more on this video, and then apologize if it's shaky or not the best quality. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks.